Does President Trump deserve a Nobel Peace Prize? I think he does. I mean, and I don't think there's any question to it. What he's
Well,
done in such a short period of time is he's changed the whole damn world. He's
I'm going to
made
qualify that. I'm going to qualify that with one thing. If Nobel Peace Prizes were actually what they had been originally intended to be, yes, he would deserve it.
well,
Okay, now let's look at some of the
no, I didn't
lunatics.
say. Yeah, I didn't say he's going to get it. I
No,
said,
but
does he deserve it?
does he deserve it? The modern Nobel Peace Prize has gone to people like Yasser Arafat and other things like that, and it's become a joke. Like everything else leftists get a hold of, it's become a joke. So on that basis, I would say no. Trump is better off. He's better than the Nobel Peace Prize. But I get your point. The things he's accomplished have been absolutely amazing. Given especially that he's been doing it with so little help from our dead Republican Congress, and we can talk about them. We can talk about rhinos and why I go after rhinos, looking at our Congress, looking at our Senate, and all the things that all the ways they drag their feet again, just like they did in 2017, to keep him from accomplishing what he wants to do. He's been doing an amazing job. It's for the betterment of America. By the way, the stock market is really rebounding. You don't hear much of that. It dropped
Yeah.
because of all the scaremongering right after the tariffs, and yet he's put in America in such a much stronger place economically, and we're starting a real rebound, and nobody's talking about it.
Well, a lot of people were conned into thinking they had to get out of the market by all these
Yeah,
experts.
exactly.
All these experts on he's ruined the economy. You got to get
Yep.
out. You're going to lose all your money. And
And a bunch of those experts,
to him, I bought stuff during this troubling time,
and that's what you should have done. Yep.
because I've had this experience before.
Right. And every time things start looking better, you're going to hear them turn up the tenor of all the scaremongering, because the worst thing, and just think about what it means that the Democrat Party, the worst thing that could happen to them is for America to do well. And that's not just under Trump, that's under Obama or anybody. If America does well, it's bad for the Democrats. Okay, what does that really say about their party and their ideology?
They hate America, obviously.
Absolutely.
And they've hated them for a long, long time.
Yeah,
And I mean, the latest issue being Barack Obama. The Clintons were basically greedy, SOBs.
oh no, they were good socialists. They just cared about the little guy. Just ask them.
Yeah, right. And so you haven't had Reagan actually cared about the country, wanted to protect,
and they trashed him.
And yeah, exactly. But who are they? How are they going to crush Trump? They can't. So now they're talking again about eliminating him. The ex FBI head. How about that?
And let me just give you something here.
47. Wow.
He makes the statement. He didn't know what that meant. He just saw some rocks on the ground.
What it meant, for goodness sakes.
And what that is, that would be perjury on top of all of his other crimes, because he darn well knows what that is.
Oh,
you remember Jasmine Crockett? She's that lefty in the Congress, and she's just
could be your next president.
Yeah, right after Bernie. But she made the statement. She referred to the Texas Governor Greg Abbott, because he's enforcing the border too. She referred to him as Governor Hot Wheels. Now, why did she do that? He was in an accident a few decades ago, and he's in a wheelchair. Okay. She comes out and says, oh, I didn't mean anything about the wheelchair. I just meant that he's putting people in cars and driving them across the border. They'll come up with any idiotic nonsense, like a 4-year-old that you catch in a lie. They'll make up any excuse to try and change the subject. And that needs to be held against them as well, because what they prove is you cannot trust anything that they say. They will tell you any lie in the moment. By the way, it's see the book up here? It's out of my book. Leftists will make up any lie in the moment to try and win the argument, and then they'll completely reverse themselves 2 minutes later to try and win the argument. Hypocrisy is not a problem to them. Lies are not a problem to them, because their agenda was founded on lies.
Sure. So you got any thoughts about the plane that Trump was given, like this $800 million plane? The only thing I'm thinking is that he was mad at first at Boeing, and now all of a sudden we realize this was built by Boeing. Okay,
Yeah.
so,
That's one of those ones I honestly.
I went and I bought some Boeing stock too. I'm a happy guy. I mean, somebody said that to me. He says it's about the only airline passenger uh, company, plane company in the United States, and very few of them in the world. And so, and also they're into the militia, the military selling
Yeah.
of planes and boats and stuff like that.
Well, Lockheed
So I
used to
think,
make a commercial airliner.
but
Uh,
they were run terribly. They were run terribly. A lot of DEI in it and
yeah.
mistakes, doors being blown off and stuff like that. But I think they're going to recover that, and I think they're in the process of doing that.
Oh,
And
you can hope, because I tell you what, Boeing also was involved with what they were planning to be America's next generation of space capsule,
there you
and
go.
it was such a disaster. It was the reason that those astronauts were left up there for 9 months, because
Yeah,
they couldn't safely bring them back down to Earth. And of course, the Biden cabal uh, wouldn't actually put forth the effort to get Elon Musk's spacecraft up there to actually
right.
rescue them. So we had to wait until after Trump was back in office to fix things, to clean up the dumpster fire that the Democrats
Yeah.
caused,
I
once
mean,
again, in space as well as on the ground.
the Biden administration, they completely shut down that rescue mission.
Yep.
You know that, right?
Oh, yeah. And you know what
Yeah.
I compare that to? I
What?
compare that to Benghazi, because because the Obama in 2012 there, when he's
Yeah,
running for re-election, he abandoned the whole situation in Benghazi
absolutely.
because he was running for re-election, and if we had to fight the Libyans, it wasn't going to look good. So he
That's
just
right.
sacrificed those people, no second thoughts. This was the exact same thing where the Biden cabal, and it wasn't Joe Biden. I always want to emphasize that, but the Biden Harris crowd, the Obama Harris crowd, they thought, if Elon Musk rescues these astronauts, it's not going to look good. So they left them up there. They don't care about the individual. They don't care about people. You're nothing more than an aborted baby to be thrown in the nearest dumpster the minute you're in their way.